Welcome to the College Football Bros. I'm Michael Newman.
I'm Ryan Newman.
And I'm Trey Newman.
On today's episode, we're going to be placing 6 all-time great college football players on 2022 rosters for whatever reason you choose. But the caveat is that player has to have played for a team that is currently in that team's conference. So, Trey, who's your first choice?
All right, I'm going to go to the Big Ten, and in particular, Wisconsin. We know it's long been a theme for Wisconsin, and where we've wondered what they would look like with a dynamic elite quarterback. And so that's why I'm going to go to Purdue's Drew Brees and put him on the Badgers, because they really haven't had a good one maybe since Russell Wilson, about a decade ago. So the running game's in good hands with Braylon Allen. The defense will be one of the best in the country. So if you gave them an elite quarterback like Drew Brees, they would definitely be a contender in the Big Ten. And, he threw for almost 4,000 yards 3 straight years at Purdue, led the Big Ten in multiple offensive categories. He was kind of ahead of his time in terms of the stats.
Yeah,
kind of tough to decide between those two guys you mentioned, Russell Wilson and Drew Brees.
It's a good point. Can't go wrong.
Oh.
Caleb Williams. Couldn't go wrong there. But these has to be players from the past. So I'm going to the ACC, not going to Clemson. Dabo does not accept time-traveling transfers either. So going to Miami, and I want Miami to be back. I think that would be really fun. I think it would be good to give, have there be another elite program in the ACC along with Clemson. So I'm going to give Tyler Van Dyke some help on offense. Give him a receiver from Pitt, Larry Fitzgerald. Almost won the Heisman.
Yourself some Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah. Love Larry Fitzgerald. Almost won the Heisman in 2003, finished second. He's, I think, maybe the best college receiver I've seen in my lifetime. So he would
pretty awesome.
With Miami with him, they're creeping up towards Clemson as far as favorite this year in the ACC.
Yeah, he would make a huge difference. All right, that's a good one. I'm going to take a player from the U, and I'm going to put him on Wake Forest. So Wake Forest this year, recently and going into this year, great offense. We're not worried about that. Sam Hartman's got that thing dialed in. And last year, nobody scored more than Wake did in ACC play. So what they're missing is a competitive defense, a defense that can make plays. So I'm going to put the ultimate playmaker back there in their secondary. I'm going to put Ed Reed at the safety position for them. I don't need somebody that's stopping the run and just completely stuffing them. I need a guy that's just going to make plays for them. I need guys going to turn the ball over and get that offense quickly back to Sam Hartman. 17 picks for Ed Reed in his last 2 years, so he could be that kind of missing piece. Which, this ACC is wide open. It could propel Wake to like a ACC title. So Ed Reed would be awesome for them.
Very good. All right, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go to the SEC. I'm going to get a player for Tennessee. And we know the offense this year with Hendon Hooker, Josh Heupel, should be pretty good. If the defense takes a jump this year, they could potentially give Georgia a scare in the East. And that's why I'm going to take Derek Thomas, linebacker from Alabama, their third Saturday in October rival. They would have a chance with him. He did it all. He set an NCAA record with 27 sacks in a single season. He had 44 pressures that same year, blocked 2 kicks. He could do it all. Generating that many pressures and disrupting that much, he would make the rest of that Vols kind of average defense at this point very good.
Okay, I'm staying in the SEC East, but I am not going with contender. Far from it. Going to Vandy, and I want to give them Cam Newton, just because I just want to see
Newton.
What would happen.
That would
everyone
be
talks
awesome.
about how Cam carried that Auburn team to a national title, which, of course, he was by far their best player, and none of the other pieces on offense really amounted to anything in the NFL. But there was still a lot more talent around him there, of course, than there would be at Vandy. So how good would he make Vandy? Would they make a bowl game? I think that's too steep of a hill to climb. I would bet heavily against that, but I'd like to see him. I'd like to see him try.
It would be fun to watch.
Exactly. It's who in the history is most like that, I wonder. You know what I'm saying? Like who in the players that had the best quarterback, but his team was just absolutely terrible. It's
hard to think of a better example than Cam Newton.
Fair enough.
Oh,
Maybe
you mean?
can
Oh,
think of
well, yeah. You're talking about Cam Newton,
like
on
a team that
Vandy?
actually was bad still
yeah.
because
Well,
his team was
that's
just
the
so
thing
pathetic.
is it's hard because if Cam Newton, let's just say, had played for Vandy, he wouldn't probably be the Cam Newton we think of today,
Exactly.
right? You know, there is a
Right.
little bit of supporting cast. You got to have it good enough to at least help you do something.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
interesting. All right,
Jay Cutler.
Did you say Jay Cutler?
Same
Yeah.
school.
Well, yeah, it's true. I don't think he's quite Cam Newton. Well, no, who is? But all right, let's move on to my second one here. I am going to take the best defensive player that I've ever seen in college, and that's Ndamukong Suh. And I'm going to put him on another Big Ten team that doesn't really need any help, but I would like to see it if they did. I'm going to put him on the Buckeyes.
say it.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
my
Ohio
gosh.
State. Well, okay. So Suh at Nebraska.
just
I mean, he had some
fair.
good defenders around him. They actually had some good talent. They had pretty good defense for the next couple years after that, but they were just terrible on offense. I mean, it was just they went into a shell mode, turtle mode, just never coming out of their shell because of how bad they were. So I would just like to see Suh paired with an elite offense. I mean, how great could this be? Could they be, would they be the automatic national title favorite with Suh?
I think so because they might be already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alabama's, I guess,
that might
the
put 'em
favorite
over.
odds-wise, but
Right.
I
They
feel
are
like
right
getting
there with
Suh
him.
would push Ohio State above them.
Yeah, but I
my
always want to see it, man. I really do. That would
Yeah.
be fun. He's the best defensive player I've ever seen in college.
All right. Cool. You want to help Alabama while you're at it, Ryan? Maybe Georgia?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right. That'll do it for this week's episode of the College Football Bros. Let us know in the comments below which all-time great player you would add to your favorite team, and we will see you next week.
You've been watching the College Football Bros. Be sure to subscribe here on YouTube and in your podcast app for college football content all year round. For bonus episodes and access to our Discord chat, join our Patreon at patreon.com/collegefootballbros. Thanks for watching.